Good morning. Welcome to Exploring Foods with Smitty. Well, with Mother's Day coming up, I always tend to think back to things that my mom used to make when we were kids. And if you have your mothers, cherish them because when they're gone, all you have are these memories. But I say that to say this. My mom and my family, we used to make peach cobbler, and we also made strawberry cobbler. So I went to the store the other day because this is the second time going to the store to buy strawberries. And the first batch of strawberries I bought, they were from Mexico, and they were the worst strawberries. So I went back to the store again, and they had strawberries from Watsonville. And I was like, those are good strawberries. So let me get my things together, and when we come back, we're going to be making a strawberry cobbler. Okay, so here's my strawberries. I have them all nice and washed, because you got to make sure you wash your fruit before you use it. So what I'm going to do is take the stems out of these, and then I'm just going to cut them in half and put them in the bowl. Just like so. Put in the comment section if you've ever had strawberry cobbler. It's a interesting cobbler, and one thing about strawberries, they hold a lot of water, so your cobbler can cook down to way less strawberries, but it's just delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish cutting these strawberries in half and getting the stems off of them, and when I come back, we'll be working on the other part. Okay, so these are my berries that I cut up, and I'm trying not to go in and eat them because I love strawberries. And what I'm putting them in is this dish right here, because it's only me, and I really don't need a lot of, I don't need any pie, but okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna empty my berries into my pan here. Let's get some room. Oh, this is probably the nice size. I'll have to put this in mine. And there they are already. So because I like strawberries, I can't help but have one. Here's the strawberries. Delicious. Anyway, what this is right here is a mixture of sugar and flour. And the reason why I put flour in my sugar is because it will thicken up the juice. So what I'm going to add to that is some ground nutmeg. Let's open this up. If I were measuring, but since I'm not. Okay. I'm going to stir that in. There it is. And I'm telling you, Watkins makes the best products. And you know what I think I'm going to do for my birthday? I'm going to give away, I'm going to do a live, which I've never done before, and I'm going to give away some Watkins products. There we go. Okay, so I usually put vanilla in my cobblers, and when you're dealing with Watkins, they have clear vanilla that you can use if you don't want to turn the color of whatever you're cooking, turn it brown, or they have the baking vanilla, which these are the best vanillas. I don't use any other vanilla. Okay, so this is my pie crust. You can make your own pie crust if you feel led, but I don't feel led. So I'm gonna just go ahead and strip it. And one thing I like about cobbler is the crust. If I have a lot of crust, then I'm good to go. And this is just frozen crust that I had in the freezer. And I thought, you know what, you better use that up. So I'm just stripping it like so. And it's already stripped. Okay, and this part right here, let's get that unrolled. And let's strip it. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, move my stuff over here. What I'm going to do first is get my strawberries prepared. You just don't know how bad I want to eat another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water in, and it's cold water. And like I said, strawberries usually make their own, because they're watery, they usually make their own juice, but because I'm adding flour to the sugar, whatever juice is made, that's going to thicken it up. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some butter. You can't make a pie without, well, you can, but I tell you, you're missing out if you do. In other words, you can make a pie without butter, but if you do, you're missing out. So let's cut some butter and get that in there. There we go. Okay, so to this, I'm going to add my vanilla. Add us a little vanilla in here. There we go. You don't need a lot. And then to this mixture, I'm going to add my sugar and my flour. Just pour it in. Okay, let me give it a little mix so that everything comes to the party. If you could just smell this, I tell you, you would want to eat it now. Okay, now the best part, which is crust. I love crust. So I'm going to put this on top like so. And I'm using the pieces that I cut that's not going to look pretty because I did cut them. Now, one thing my mom used to do, and a lot of people don't do it, but this is just the way we did it in our family, so that her crust didn't taste gummy in the pie, she would cook a crust on top, like so, and then she'd take it out of the oven and mash it down into the pie, and then she'd put her top crust on. So that's what I'm doing, what my mom used to do. So I'm gonna get this in the oven. I'm gonna get it started cooking, and when it comes time to put my other crust on, we'll be back. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check our pie to see if it's time to put on our top layer of crust. Let me put this down so that you can see. There. As you can see, our crust on top is like a golden brown. Now, one thing I like about doing this way is you have a chance to taste your juice to see if it needs more sugar or what have you. But for right now, I'm just going to press this down. Oh, that crust looks so good. Let's get it all pressed down like so. Oh. Okay, let's see if it needs more sugar. It's perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to put on my top crust, like so. And the other crust will go ahead and cook down. Like I said, I'm a crust lover. If you like a lot of crust on your cobbler, hit me up in the comment section. Okay, only what I'm going to do is put this part. You can make it pretty if you like. Since I'm just serving it to myself, I don't need to make it pretty. I just need to make it edible. Okay, so let's put another one up here, like so. I'm trying to piece it so that it's now a lot of people intermingle, interweave their crusts. I don't. I guess if I was taking it to a fancy dinner, I would. But like I said, since it's just me, that's it. Okay, so now I have this all ready. I'm going to put it back into the oven so this crust can cook, and then we're going to be finished. Okay, so I believe our cobbler is ready to come out of the oven. Oh, there we go. Now, you can have your crust darker than that if you'd like, but I don't like mine really burnt when it's done. So, okay, so what we're gonna do, let me give you a good close-up, is we're gonna let this cool, and then after it cools, we're gonna try some. But I tell you, I tasted the juice, and oh my God, it's like perfect. So, see you when we get a chance to eat some. Okay, now that our pie has cooled, I'm gonna scoop some out. Oh man, you can see the strawberries. This looks so delicious. And it's nice and juicy. And as you can see, that flour worked as far as making the juice thick. Okay, so what I did is I ordered ice cream from Aldi's. If you've never been to Aldi's to get ice cream, let me show you. This kind right here is the best. It is so delicious. So let's take the top off. I put it in the refrigerator. In the freezer. There we go. Because it was so hot outside. It is like 90 degrees today. So let's put some ice cream on. I have an ice cream scoop, but I'm too lazy to get it. So let's put some ice cream on. Oh man, that looks delicious. Let's put this over here. Okay, let me hold this up so that you can see it. There you go. Now let's get a little taste of this strawberry cobbler. Just as I remembered, the way my mom fixed it. It's very good. It's not too sweet. It's got just the right amount of berries in there and the right ratio of crust for me. Like I said, I like a lot of crust. And it's delicious with that ice cream. And you can see how the strawberries basically kind of help more together than they usually do. Yummy. I thank my mom for making this recipe, because I tell you, it's delicious. So stay tuned. I'm coming with more recipes. I've been doing a lot today, but I have a lot more recipes coming. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for exploring strawberry cobbler. You have a good one.